Hi there. I'm Sherry McGregor. I'm author of the Done with the Crying series of books for parents of estranged adult children and founder of rejectedparents.net. My peer support group has been helping members there since 2013, and I add new information to the website almost every week. And today I have a question for you. And, are there times when a memory comes up on social media? Or it's your estranged adult child's birthday, or maybe you see a happy family and it reminds you of grandchildren that you're not able to see, or maybe something else catches you off guard and then suddenly you're triggered. When you're triggered, do you feel as if you're just swept away, as though a wave of thoughts and emotions just rush in and carry you off? The word trigger for what starts this cascade of emotional reactions is everywhere. It's become part of our everyday vernacular, really, as if seeing a photograph or hearing a song or realizing that a holiday is approaching just unleashes this landslide of emotions and like an emergency, this trigger appears unexpectedly and we're just swept off. And I know how that feels. I know how it feels when this reminder can send your thoughts swirling backward, forward, just in a whirl. Your emotions can follow, and then derail the day or even the week. But what if you could catch yourself in that moment and recast your trigger as a prompt? A trigger suggests helplessness, something that has been set in motion and now you're at its mercy, just swept up. On the other hand, a prompt creates a pause and it restores a measure of choice. In my autumn 2025 book, Rumination Remedies, I chose deliberately to use the word prompt instead of trigger. It's gentler and it helps us to be able to respond differently. Maybe you can't control the situation or the painful reminder, but you still have some choice over what you do next. In Rumination Remedies, I go into greater detail about interrupting automatic reactions and creating space for emotional distance and awareness. The next time you find yourself reacting to what you might have once called a trigger, consider it instead prompt, a prompt that's asking you, what do you need right now? Maybe you need to pause and allow yourself to shed a tear, right? No shame there. Perhaps admitting how much pain or anger that you feel is important. Your feelings are important. Or maybe it would help to say no to a commitment you're being asked about. Or just give yourself a break. The prompt might be telling you that it's time to release the need to help them and to stop wrestling with what's beyond your power to control or solve. Maybe it's time to stop yourself from reaching out or taking some other action that has in the past resulted in further hurt. A prompt doesn't take away the painful reminder, but it can change what you do next. And that's important because repeated reactions can become habits. Checking social media, replaying the past, or getting in bed at night and your mind just starts working on those, ruminating. Those things can start to feel automatic or beyond your control to become habits. But unhelpful habits can be interrupted and shifted to more helpful responses. What if the next time you're triggered, you think of it as a prompt to care for yourself? Instead of sending a text, checking social media, looking through old emails, or ruminating about what went wrong, you might do something instead that builds your resilience, shifts your attention back to your own life, and helps you regain your footing. A trigger takes you for a ride. A prompt puts you back in the driver's seat. It asks, what now? What do you need? What is yours to do? What would help you return to yourself, your best self, your calm self, your peaceful self, your wise self? Return to your life, right? Instead of being swept into rumination, self blame, impulsive contact, despair, a prompt becomes a cue to pause, a reminder to take care of yourself, a nudge back to what's within your power. The word trigger can leave you feeling helpless. The word prompt reminds you that even in a painful moment, you still have a choice. So the next time you find yourself, quote, triggered, consider, is this only a trigger? Something that will sweep you into rumination, a painful mood, a day that's just overtaken by sadness? Or can you think of it as a prompt? And a prompt is a reminder to pause, to do something that helps rather than hurts, to remember to take care of yourself, that you count, and that this life is yours to live. I hope that helps. Hugs to everybody out there. If you haven't yet signed up for my free newsletter, do that today. I hope you will at rejectedparents.net. And you'll find much more support at that website too. And I'm going to put some links in the description beneath this video. So bye for now. See you next time.